everyone, this is Rasika Inamdar. I'm a PGMP and PMP mentor with EduHubSpot. We're here to discuss a special success story where we celebrate the journey of professionals who have, recently achieved remarkable milestones like PMP. So we're here to speak to Mehar today about his PMP journey. He's had an incredible achievement of the PMP goal with all above targets. So let's hear a bit about that from him. So, hi Mehar, welcome to this success story video. Uh, let's start with a bit getting to know you a little better. So, can you introduce yourself, your bit of professional background, and what actually motivated you to do this PMP?
Yes,
Yes.
thank you so much, Rasika, for this lovely introduction. My name is Mehar Singh and I'm based out of Mumbai. Okay. I have an experience of over 8 years working in the IT industry, specifically in the SaaS space. I've
Mhm.
worked in the capacity of different roles, but I've also worked in the role of project manager or implementation manager. And that's where I was keen to learn more about project management, where I came across PMP, and then I decided to pursue PMP so that I wanted to enhance my career as well as improve my professional knowledge.
Wow, that's nice. So, Meher, you recently gave your PMP exam. What was your biggest challenge, while preparing for this exam, and how did you overcome it?
So my biggest challenge was actually learning the concepts, because when you're trying to learn something new, especially when it's defined by an institute like PMI, Project Management Institute, you need to
Mhm.
adhere to the standards, the guidelines, the methodologies. So I came as a person who was a total fresher. So I did have some difficulty in understanding the concepts initially. But then after attending the boot camp, then going through the video sessions, the simulators, interacting with you over email, taking the quizzes, this was a fairly easy experience, I would say, at the end. But my biggest challenge was to learn the concepts that were
Mhm.
defined by PMI. Yeah.
Okay, so understood. That was your biggest challenge, right? And that's, I think most of us go through that challenge. Understanding the concepts is half the game, one. So great. So, how did EduHubSpot's material or teaching or courses, how did it help you overcome this challenge, or how did it help you in this PMP journey? We want to know a bit about that.
Okay. So EduHubSpot has structured the PMP bootcamp fairly simple and straightforward. Okay, for a
Mhm.
person who does not know anything, the students would have to attend the bootcamp training sessions. Okay, post which we are given access to the simulator, the EduHubSpot simulator, where we have videos explaining all the concepts in detail. We have quizzes, we have slides. Okay, so if I was attending your boot camp, your live boot camp, you were there to answer my questions. After that, I had access to the simulator where I could see the videos, I could go through the slides and then take the mock test. And if I was not able to get a good score in any of the mock tests, and if I had any doubts after reviewing the wrong answers, I could always reach out to you, and you were there to help me. So EduHubSpot is a really great job, guys, because it's a complete package. I don't think much anything else can be done other than this, practically, to help a student.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mayor. It means a lot that, we could help you in this journey, and it has, made life easier for you during this PMP studies. So, yeah, thanks for that. So, how about your study routine? What did you follow as your daily study routine till your exam? How did you prepare a month before, or, what was your pattern of studies which you followed?
Okay, so initially when I started with the boot camp, I was working with an organization based out of Mumbai, and I was giving about 1.5 hours to 2 hours every day. It's a little difficult to juggle with work and travel, but that was on the weekdays. Okay, on
Yeah.
the weekends, I gave about 4 to 6 hours initially. Okay,
Mhm.
and then I decided to appear for the exam because I wanted to give my full focus to the PMP exam because it was very vast. So I decided to take a back step. I went ahead and gave myself an entire month where I would study for about 8 to 10 hours every day. And by the end of the second month, I was giving mock tests. And as per the mock test, as in when I was progressing, as per my discussion with you, I was confident. And then finally, I decided to take the date of the exam and give it a shot.
Great. That's good to know that you followed the process, you followed the study pattern, and that really helped you in your discipline towards the exam. So thank you for that. Your consistency and hard work, as we see, has paid off greatly. Yeah. So can you tell us a bit about the day of exam? How was the experience? How was the exam experience? What did it feel like after the exam?
Okay, so I'll be honest with you. On the day of the exam, I was very nervous. I had appeared for another exam, but that was an online exam. It was not taken in a center. So we have a choice of taking the exam either at home or we can take it on the center that's provided by Pearson. So I decided to take it in the center. I got up in the morning and then I was nervous, just thinking about some last minute revision. How about I study this? How about I look at that concept, this concept? And then fortunately, you were there to help me. You told me just stay calm, just stay focused. You've done your hard work. Okay, now you should have faith in yourself and don't worry. Just take a pause if you're getting overwhelmed. So I decided to absolutely leave studying till about from about 10 to 3:30. My exam was scheduled for 4 p.m. By the way, I reached the exam center about an hour early, and when I reached over there, I was asked to submit my government issued ID proof, which I did. I gave my PAN card, and we were given a locker. I had to submit everything in the locker except my ID card. And the process was pretty straightforward. It's a 230-minute exam, okay, which is roughly 4 hours. Okay, you do get a break. Just for everyone, spoilers, you do get a break after 60 questions and 120 questions. It's optional. And I would recommend you take that break, okay, because it can be overwhelming, right? I have personally never appeared for an exam that is as big as the PMP exam. And after the exam, after I hit the final submit button, I would say that that was the most tense minute of my life. Like I would say that those last 60 seconds where we are asked to fill a survey, and just you're just waiting, you're just like clicking on next, next. Okay, good, good, everything's going good, and then finally I got the scorecard, and I was thrilled. So on 3rd of September, I got the mark sheet, and then I conveyed the good news to you.
Great. It was so nice and such a proud moment to see you clear with all above targets, Meher. That was an amazing achievement. So, thank you for sharing that experience and giving that great advice. Taking those breaks is very important, I feel, because, yeah, as you said, this is an overwhelming exam. But yes, those breaks kind of help you take a good, recap and then refresh your mind and then get back focus on the exam, right? So yeah, thanks for sharing that bit of information. I hope it helps all our users who are trying to appear for the exam or are planning to go for the exam. So thank you for sharing that experience. Let's hear that one piece of advice which you would like to give your PMP co-aspirants who are preparing and who are planning to prepare. What would that one advice be?
I would say learn the concepts, okay, and always wear the hat of a project manager, okay. As a project manager, based on the concepts that you are learning, and please don't hesitate to reach out to your mentor for any queries. I was always very transparent with you, Rasika, if I had any questions. As you go on in your study process, and the more mock exams you give, the more confident you are. Don't be disheartened. Failures are a part of your journey. And I would say that always keep your mentor updated on the progress. And once you get a go ahead from your mentor, once your mentor says that, okay, you're good to go to book the exam, please feel free and go ahead and give the exam. And always keep the mindset that you need to pass it in the first attempt. So once you know the concepts, once you have a go ahead from your mentor, you can go ahead and give the exam.
Great. Thank you so much, Meher, for sharing all this. It means a lot, and I hope this inspires a lot of people to go for PMP as well. Thank you for sharing your inspiring journey. It was great to hear from you. And all the best to you. Keep leading, keep growing in your career. All the best, and do stay in touch with us. It was great hearing from you. Thank you so much, Meher. Have a good day. All
Thank you so
right,
much, Rasika. Take
that's
care.
it. Thank
Bye.
you. Thanks all.